Okay, I did not feel like changing shirts, but I do feel like recording another video. So here I am, and I even turned the camera sideways because we're going to give this a try. I've been told, Ashley, try it landscape. Here we are. Okay, so this video, we're going to start with the beauty because that's what we do here. Here's the beauty. Ooh, I'm going to make sure these lids are on tight. Okay, the top one here, this is creme brulee. Let's make sure creme brulee is on tight. This is caramel latte. It is on tight. And this is strawberry cream. And it is on tight. Okay. What are these? Well, if you watch the video, 2 videos back, you would know that these are perfecting powders. And they go on like setting powders for your face. And these are completely lightweight and they blend on fabulously. This is blush, not this, okay? I actually have that on up here and it blended right in seamlessly. Like it was like just putting on like another skin, okay? My makeup is set. Let's see. This one, caramel latte. I have it down here and up here. Creme brulee, I've got it on my nose and chin, around my mouth. And strawberry cream, I've got right up in here. And it's like a pressed powder, but not a pressed powder. It's very fine, very like, yeah, it's not coarse. It's silky, okay? Like when you put it on, it's like, did I just put this on? Like you see it and then you blend it in. It's really awesome. So if you go back and you check out the video, not the past video but the video before it, you will see me apply all 3 of these on and see why I love them and why this one is not my best friend, because I literally thought this one, I thought this one was going to come out like a blush and it just soaked into my skin. And I wear makeup every day now for work because I never know when I have to go and talk to guests. So I want to make sure that I, don't look drabby. And yeah, these are my 3 new besties. They are called Be Flawless. There's actually 4. Of course, the 4th is going to be vanilla. It's going to be the standard. Do they have a smell to them? No, but it's a cool way to make them stand out on the market, having, dessert names. So I got like a little Neapolitan ice cream here. Instead of using vanilla, I've got a creme brulee ice cream is a way of thinking about it, right? Okay, so these, we love them, okay? All right, so let's get into it. Let's talk a little wrestling. We're gonna keep this short because we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk more. So last night, there has been so many things that are being said about, what the heck was going on with Jacob, right? Okay, baby got put in the corner, and baby stayed in that corner. And I saw someone did a clip of what happened post show, and he walked out of the ring before Roman did. So I feel like there's definitely going to be more to come. That's basically been like one of the biggest things I noticed lately. They've been cutting a lot of time over in WWE, where SmackDown was 3 hours, now it's 2 hours. So like you'll have to catch promos that you missed. You have to catch them on their Instagram or all over their social media, And same thing with like even like during Raw, if you're not paying for the bigger subscription to Netflix, or you don't have a VPN or whatever, however you choose to watch Netflix, if you have the commercials, you're not going to see certain things. So you do have to check their socials. You have to check and see if like a fan grabbed a video or whatever, so you know what's going on. What did you miss? And yeah, so sometimes there'll be some things on there that I'm like, oh man, I wish I would have been on, like the whole Shinsuke talking about his partner again after the MFTs won their championship. So I'm excited to see where that's going to go. Um, but yeah, yesterday was really, really good. I think that show was much better than the week before. And sometimes it can be the crowd noise that, takes you when you're home. It'll take you out of it if you're not hearing the crowd noise. The crowd was really good. Um, I was very happy to see Stephanie come back. I'm hoping that we get a lot of great things coming out of Stephanie. Um, I'm gonna bounce back and forth with my thoughts because it's just, I haven't been here for a while. You guys will be fine. Um, awesome to see that Julia went on her socials and was like, "Y'all calm down," because clearly the girl's okay. She has a job, she's doing what she do, and there must be something that we don't know, and it's fine. I'm a fan and I'm gonna sit back and watch because I feel like there's something gonna happen for Julia and we are just gonna be like, shut the front door. Speaking of shut the front door, um where is Kiana? Because I felt something was coming. And, maybe it's because of the whole fatal influence thing. Everybody knows me that I am Team Fallon out of everybody in that group. I'm Team Fallon. Um, I want her to actually have the title that JC has. I want her to go against Kiana. I want her to go against Tiffy. I want her to go against Mia, BFAB. That's the Ashley thing. So that's my shut the front door. Yay, JC. But I'm a yeah, I'm a Fallon fan. So hopefully we can see a little something with that. Oh gosh, Zilla, really exciting. So if you are a friend of mine, you know that I got to meet Zilla last year, and he is a very nice young man. And I got to witness him this year be that same like sweet kind young man to an elder in wrestling, to Leilani Kai. Making sure that she ate if she needed anything to drink, and so I'm really excited for him to see where he's going to go in his new home of WWE. I don't want him to come to the main stage too fast. I think it's important that, anybody, and I would say this if it was me and, I was doing wrestling or actually valeting or managing, which is still one day a dream. I wouldn't want to go up to the big stage yet. I want to learn those cameras. I want to learn the way of WWE. Like, don't push him too fast. And we already know what side he's on. So, it's going to be really cool. And that was another thing that bothered me. Like, there's people who are like, oh, Zilla's going to go side with Solo. Hey, have you ever watched a video? Have you ever watched an interview? Have you ever read an interview? This man has said that he is on Roman's side. So I don't see them making that change. But that's just me. What do I know? I'm just a fan like y'all. What else can I say about WWE? Chelsea. Oh my gosh. When she won, I was in here. I was about to scream, and then I was like, Ashley, calm down. But I was really happy for her because she has worked really hard, and she's another person that I've gotten to meet, and she was just so sweet. A genuine person, really kind, and she deserved it. I'm glad that it's permanent for all intents and purposes. I'm glad that they did not decide to say, hey, we're going to do another round of interim championship because of her orbital bone. I hope she gets better soon and she's able to work, whether if it's she gets a cast, a mask rather for her face, or if they just slow down her wrestling for a couple months. I mean, Liv Morgan went over 100 days, which was okay. Calm down. But and nothing was wrong with her. So I definitely hope we get to see more from her soon, rather if it's just her coming out and being on commentary. She ain't going nowhere. She's Chelsea Green, she's our champion. I'm so excited, so happy for her. I miss Asuka. I miss Kyrie, and yeah, totally wish them the best. I know Asuka's not gone, but she's just not there right now. Don't know if she's gonna come back, what she's gonna do. I need to do a little bit more following on that. Um, but yeah, WWE has a lot of great things going on. I'm looking forward to seeing where they're gonna go this evening with Cruz Montana. Everyone knows I love me some Santana, so now I'm getting used to this Cruz Montana situation. Triple A, oh my God. I'll be in I'm in this women's chat and I'll be the only one watching and they'll like watch it later or whatever, and I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna hurt our Penta, or oh my God, what's going on with Psycho Cloud, blah blah blah. So I'm really glad that I've gotten reinvested in that. And sometimes speaking of lucha, I've been trying to get into watching old episodes of Lucha Underground because I remember watching a few episodes back when it was on, but now I'm like, oh my gosh, I'll try like at night to like watch it before I pass out, at least an episode. And I like the storyline. I'm trying to get to where when I'm watching wrestling, getting back into a little bit more of the wrestling history, because I like wrestling history. I like history. It's kind of one of those things where there's certain things in times in history that I really like, kind of like with science, it's the same thing. I like certain things within history, and wrestling history is pretty cool. You learn a lot about the history of the families, of the women, of different organizations. And you can get stuck down that rabbit hole, and it's another way for me to walk away from my phone and focus on that and enjoy it. Still reading Natty's book. Don't worry, we're going to be getting back to that soon, because that is history too. It's an active learning history. We'll probably do, depending on where my mind is, we'll either do Killer Cross or we'll do Becky. I've listened to both those books multiple times. I love listening to them, so it's kind of one of those where let's see which one I decide to push play on, and that's where we're gonna go. But I will tell you this: if you read or listen to Killer Cross's book, take notes. I started my notes. I can't find them. But there's some really good quotes in there, so that is one thing. And I know we're sitting here, we're rambling, but hopefully you can see where we're going. Okay, let's talk about it. I have the best friend in the world. I don't care what none of y'all say. My best friend knows how much I like wrestling. He supports it because he's also a wrestling fan. But he also knows when things come to town and I'm just like, I can't go, I can't afford it. He don't care. He's getting me that ticket. Especially if he want to go. He's like, we're going together, we're gonna have a good time. And doggone it, it happened again. We went to AEW, we went to Dynamite and Collision here in Vegas, and let me tell you, I had such a good time. The shows were so good. I hated that Eddie Kingston wasn't there because everybody knows I am a huge Eddie Kingston fan. I still haven't met Kenny Omega yet. It's going to happen. I am manifesting it. It is going to happen. I really want to meet Kenny Omega. It was, let's see, just so many. So if you watch the show, you already know. I want to meet Shibata. That's another one. But like The technical work that was done in so many of the matches was amazing. Roddy and oh my gosh, my brain has just lost it. Ah, oh my gosh, my brain. But you guys know what I'm trying to say. The I can't get my words out. The conglomeration um match for the cup. And I can't believe that my brain just was just like Roddy and that's it. But Kyle, there we go. Roddy and Kyle. That match was so good. The technical work in there was awesome. But then again, what do you expect from Red Dragon, right? They're really good. Um, and then Orange comes out at the end. Leo Rush is freaking amazing. I love his character. Everybody knows I love the Rascals. Um, During Dynamite. Oh yeah. If you don't know, I like Mercedes, but I don't like Mercedes like that. So when they played the clip from the back, I was like, yeah, we don't do that to Willow. Mm-mm. She better come out during Collision, and she better take care of business. And yes, she did. So that was so good. Um, but who did I get to meet this time? Because you guys know, every time I go to an AEW event, I meet somebody or I see somebody I've already met or know. So I got to take a picture with Maya World. That was awesome. I got to take a picture with Speedball Mike Bailey. I actually watched WrestleMania with Mike Bailey. He was over in the corner and we were in the middle, and the Hardy Boys were right behind us. Yeah, right. Um, so that was night two of WrestleMania. I didn't bother him because he was over on the other side, and looked like he was just trying to watch the show and relax because it had been a very long weekend for everybody who took a part in WrestleCon. I'm still recovering, and that was April, and it is August. Okay, um, but yeah, so I got to meet them too, and then I also took another picture with Security Bay. That's what we call him, the security guard with the beard and the muscles. Yeah, my friends and I, we call him Security Bay. So what's up, Security Bay? Hey, I got to take a picture with him again. And then as we were getting ready to leave, out walks Chris Bay and Brittany Brooks. And it's always so good to see them. I have gotten to know Chris a little bit over the last few years, just, in talking and, you know, anytime, we're on socials together, just, you know, telling them, hey, I wish you're doing well and, I enjoy your music, whatever. Or, we'll just, hey, how's things going? How about you? When we see each other, just, a little small talk, chit chat. And he's walking out, and all the fans are swarming him. And he's like, hi, guys, hi, guys. He turns around, and he sees me, and he gives me this big, giant hug. And he's like, it's so good to see you. And I haven't been to a lot of local shows lately. So it was so good to see Chris and see Brittany and to talk to them. And hopefully this weekend I get to go down here. I don't know yet. Guess we'll find out. Um, but yeah, shout out to my bestie, Matt, for, just looking out and, being that good best friend who's like, you want to go? I'm going to AEW. I got tickets. This is where we're sitting. I'm like, we, that, keeping me, involved. He knows that wrestling's my happy place. So, shout out to him. I even got to, while we were getting ready to go eat, we were waiting on our food, I played him one of my video promos, and he's like, what are you up to? So that was fun. Um, but, oh yeah, and then Kyle Fletcher. It's not the first time he's walked by me, but this time he was like, he grazed me, and I was like, I can't even get words because I was talking to Maya, but it was all good. Yeah, everybody, a lot of times after those shows, they are in a rush. So if you have an opportunity to meet them, take the time, take the picture, say thank you, and understand that they are sometimes in a rush because they've been there all day. And the last thing they need is to be bombarded by 5 billion people, especially if they've got a flight that they got to catch. So take the picture, say hello, move on, unless, they're taking the time to talk with you. Um, I had an awesome experience last year when I met Nigel McGuinness. He's such a nice guy. Seeing him out there wrestle, and then now his foot is in a boot. So I wish him all the best. I hope his foot heals because he said he wants to continue. I hate that we didn't stick around too long because I wanted to, I got another picture with Shelton Benjamin during WrestleCon, but I want another picture with MVP and with Bobby, so then that way it's even in my phone. But they were there. They did awesome. If you watched it, they came out, they did their part, and then they deuced up Shane Taylor's promotion, which I still need to meet them. That is on my list. One of my friends was like, "Girl, who haven't you met?" And it's like it's a lot, but I've met a lot of the wrestlers for AEW, and they're all pretty cool folks. I haven't been to TNA in a while, but I have been enjoying it. I like that. Even if for some reason, like I record it because it comes on at 9 my time and I don't have the AMC app. I did it when they first bought the show to AMC, I did the free trial and it had so many glitches. I was like, I'll just watch it at my normal time. But, if I'm exhausted, I'll watch like the first hour and then I'll catch the other hour later. But I do love having all these different apps because, sometimes I'm just able to watch it through, the Roku app or whatever. I can go and watch the show before I even get to go back and watch, my recording. Nick Nemeth being the champion again, another cool person that I've met. Happy for him. Look forward to see where he's gonna go with it. Casey Navarro, I like where his story is going. Look forward to seeing, how they're gonna continue that. Order 4A. You don't do that to Mother, okay? First of all, y'all know I'm a huge Tasha Steele fan, so seeing her getting disrespected and Hotch, I was like, yeah, that ain't cool. So looking forward to see where that goes. Ali losing his title was needed. I love Ali, but hey, you messing up, my dude. You messing up. So looking forward to seeing where that's gonna go. Of course, the Hardys was good to see. Them get into the lake and take care of the righteous. I liked it. There's been some really cool things going on. I'm hoping to see Mara Sade go to AEW. Even if she doesn't go there, maybe we can, see her some more on the independents. She's got some, other outside things that she's doing. So I understand, maybe wrestling might not be her top priority right now. Speaking of Mara Sade, Kevin Knight, oh my gosh. My dude, you are about to be AEW champ probably within the next 12 months. You are phenomenal. I've met you before, so this is nothing new. Yes, again, but I met him at TNA though. He's a good dude. He is a great wrestler. I'm loving the cocky character. I'm loving the fact that he's like, hey, I'm the one maintaining this championship over here to the Don Callis family. So I'm looking forward to see where they're going to go with that. It seems like the Don Callis family's got some issues that they need to work out. Speaking of working out, this Miami Vice thing that Rocky and Trent got going on, we got to work that out too. I get it. Roppongi Vice, Miami Vice, the look. Yeah. It's cheesy and good in this, and I don't know. But I'd like to see them more on my regular TV. I do not have the ROH app. I don't have time for another subscription right now, so I try to catch as much ROH stuff when they just put it on the tube as possible, or they do a replay. Why am I yawning? Oh my gosh, sorry guys. NXT tonight. I already said I'm looking forward to it. Actually, what's going on right now on my TV is TNA 2006 Lethal Lockdown, I want to say. Let me see. Of course, it's not telling me. Yeah, TNA Lockdown 2006. So a lot of things in the exhibition cage is actually on my TV right now. One day we'll have to do like a watch along together. That would be fun, right? Yeah, so many cool things are happening in wrestling. So many cool things are happening out in the podcast world of wrestling too. Um, at first, when the whole WWE radio thing was announced, I was bummed because I like being able to have that resource of having, all different wrestling shows talked about. But I can understand from one end where they're saying, hey, our ratings are higher now because we're focusing on one network. So, hey, it's cool. And it gives an opportunity, like there's a lot of people who are, visually impaired. They have the opportunity now to hear their wrestling in the way that we see it on TV. They have Booker T and Vic Joseph doing commentary during the PLEs, or you can listen to Raw and SmackDown and NXT. So I think that's really cool because that's something that it's unique. But then on the other hand, like I said, it's where am I going to get that radio talk that I'm used to of all the different shows that are out there? I want to hear, people's opinion on AEW. I want to hear people's opinion on TNA. I want to get those interviews of up and coming wrestlers or independent wrestlers. But again, I can still get those things. I just have to, sort them out and find them. It was just nice to get them all on one station. But it is what it is. They still have some things on there that I do enjoy. And I know I couldn't not talk about that on here because people know that I have listened to Busted Open basically since it started, off and on, more on than off over the last few years. But I remember when it was an hour, and then it went off, and I'm road tripping home from Ohio to Michigan, and I'm like, where'd the show go? What do you mean it was only an hour? So, I do go that far back with the show. So, but I would definitely love to have opportunities to hear about, a fan and a professional's opinion on the other brands that are out there, because it's important to give everybody a voice. So maybe XM will come up with another station. Who knows? Anyway, but yeah, there's just so many things that are going on in wrestling. And as I stated in the prior video, I'm going to do more to get on here and talk about it with you guys. Give you my thoughts, my opinions. I cannot wait for next week's Lucha qualifier events. In a way, do I still think it's going to be Penta and Ray at the end? Yes. However, it could end up being Dragon Lee and Penta. I don't know. I mean, and I like me some Dragon Lee, so I wouldn't be hurt if it was Dragon Lee versus Penta. I hate that the way the brackets were set, because and it could have been for multiple reasons, right? Because they've already recorded the AAA shows, or they couldn't get work visas put through fast enough, whatever. I would have loved a little bit more mixed match on the brackets, just to, get that highlight of some of those lucha wrestlers on regular Raw, or even been able to put them on SmackDown. But and again, I get it. They're not going to put it on SmackDown because it is the Raw champion, but just still to have that visibility out there for them would have been really nice. I don't know what's going on with Dom. Okay, here's the thing. I like AAA Dom in a way, but I totally dislike WWE Dom. And I feel like there's something going on where they're just not showcasing him in a way that I thought that they would. Um, get a haircut. No more tattoos for you. But I just feel like something is off. You don't get the rub from John Cena, and then you're doing this, and then you're barely seen on AAA. Up until like a few weeks ago, he was barely on there. So um the Grande Americano stuff was so good at the end, and happy for Chad Gable. Um but here's the thing, and I like I said, I love watching interviews. Um I need Javon to get his opportunity. I've seen the interviews. I know that they have this really big belief in him. And like Paul Heyman said, if in 12 months Javon Evans is not a champion, if in 12 months Oba is not a champion, they did something wrong. So I would love to see this happen because those guys are really good, and I would love to see Javon get a title. Does he need to break Randy's record? Maybe not, but still, let's put a title on this kid. He's really good. Um, I would love for Carmelo and Ricky to get back on TV and get into that Intercontinental. Ilya, I don't know what's going on with him. I would love for him to get back into. So let's see what's gonna happen, you guys. I'm excited. I'm back. Um, who knows? I might end up coming up on here sometimes just in my pajamas, because I'm gonna be honest. Some days a girl be like, "It's a pajama day," but yeah, I basically have 2 days where I don't do anything. That's like, I don't go out to work because I don't work 2 days. So those should be my days where I'm like, let me get on here and let's talk a little wrestling. Let's do a little beauty. Let's have some fun, right? So that's what we gonna do. We're gonna talk wrestling. We're gonna do beauty tips. We're gonna get back into the Natty book. And thanks for hanging out with me. Um yeah, hopefully you like that picture. I don't know which one I'm gonna use, so I'm gonna use all three. So Beauty and Body Slams is back on, y'all. I am your beauty, Ashley, and we're gonna talk all things body slams and suplexes and storylines and all that good stuff over here. And I hope everybody has a good day, a good night, a good everything. Later, Gators.